Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the score is 59-48 at the half. The Lakers are up by 11 on the Golden State Warriors in Game 3. And boy, has the pendulum swung with this score. They had a 9-point lead. We've had an 11-point lead. It has been all over the place. Our 9-point lead got erased down to 2. Then we went back up by 11. It has just been pandemonium at Crypto.com Arena. Anthony Davis is back. He has a good line right now, 3 blocks, 2 steals, I think 17 points, 7 rebounds or something like that. I think I got the points wrong, but he's really stepping forward. Efficiency is high. Excellent. AD is back, of course. Austin, on the other hand, hasn't hit a shot. 3 out of 4 free throws, but everything else has been a brick fest. D'Angelo Russell is balling, basically has given us the bulk of our scoring early on. We wouldn't have had nothing in that first quarter if it wasn't for D'Lo getting off to a very hot start. And boy, is he balling right now. I love what I see there. We did some things with our rotations at the end of the first quarter that I thought was really bad for us. And whatever the heck that was with the small ball lineup, I think it was Rui Braun as our front court. And then we had like D'Lo, Schroeder, and Lonnie on the floor. I like that we've reincorporated Lonnie into the equation, but that particular lineup did not serve him very well, or anyone else for that matter. We were down by 8. With that lineup on the floor. So that's really when the door opened, when we tried to go with some small ball bull crap. It does what the score does, blah, blah, blah. We just can't do it. It doesn't look good. It didn't turn out well for us. When we get away from it, good things happen. And so you saw a lineup where we had AD, Vanderbilt, Austin, D'Lo, and I think it was one more person in that lineup. That did work out for us in the second quarter. We went on a nice little run there with that lineup on the floor. So it's just a battle of rotations, but we got to keep them out of our paint. That's been a thing. But I love what we're doing in terms of turning their turnovers into points. I think we have 14 points. They have 14 points off of 10 turnovers or something like that. So that's not a good thing. For them, it's a great thing for us continuing to get in transitions, points off of turnovers. So that's what we like to do, scoring off of their mistakes. We got to continue to contain Klay Thompson. He's shooting pretty well, although the threes aren't necessarily falling for them as a team like it was. In fact, we're shooting the ball from behind the arc a bit better than them right now, so we love that. And we want to continue to keep our turnovers down. We only have 1 point off 6 turnovers, so we love the fact that we're keeping them out of transition, but we do have to keep them out of the paint. And in the first quarter, they were really able to score in the paint on us. So we can't leave ourselves without rim protection. When we do that, the score goes wide open for them. It's that simple. We did that at the end of the first quarter. We saw how bad it got. We put the rim protection back on the floor and then closed all the holes up, and we continue to play well. Dennis Schroeder missed some ugly set shots. He's been taking them all night, but he did hit one right before the quarter ended, so I really like that. You know, but at the end of the day, we're just getting some good team defense. I love what I'm seeing off of our guys. We just got to rebound the ball better, continue to force those turnovers and score in transition, and ultimately get to the line as much as we did in the first quarter. It was a lot of interesting stuff going on there with that free throw line. A lot of stoppage in that first half. Looked really funny to me. But nevertheless, we're the ones benefiting from it as of right now. But that pendulum is bound to swing again. So we just need to come out of the halftime locker room understanding what happened to us last game. We let them have a 41-point quarter followed by a 42-point quarter or something in that range. Definitely over 40 for both the 2 and 3 quarters. So we cannot let them come out of the halftime locker room the same way we did in the last one, needless to say, or we will be a pendulum swing going the other way. So I love what I've seen from us from the first half. That second quarter reminded me of the fourth quarter of the first game when we allowed them to kind of erase a 10-point lead real quickly, but then found a way to respond to that and ran it back up to end the game. That's exactly how that second quarter went. We had a 9-point lead. They ran it back down to 2. And then we ran it back up to 11. So I just love what we're doing. We're continuing to respond well to their runs, responding well to them doing so. And that's showing us that we ultimately have the upper hand. Also, they're trying to hurt Anthony Davis, man. They hit him in the head. They had Moses Moody pull him down. Clearly, Draymond Green tried to make him fall directly on his knee by way of his ribs as he was falling down on the man. It was so obvious he didn't need to do that. He was doing it so he would fall all of his body weight directly on that man's knee. And it was no different in terms of dirtiness than what he did to Domantas Sabonis. It just ain't going to show up that way because it didn't come out that way. But he delivered more damage to Anthony Davis doing that bull crap than he did to Domantas Sabonis against the Kings. People just ain't going to pay no attention to it. But he damaged that man in the rib area, and we took note of it. So I see what they're trying to do to Anthony Davis. If you can't guard him, injure him. It's the 80s style. They think of themselves as an old dynasty, and they know what it takes to win a championship. And so they have to try to wear us down, given the fact that there's only one day between each game. So we got to understand what they're trying to do. It's no different than a fighter punching you in the ribs. They're trying to wear down Austin Reeves, and they're trying to wear down Anthony Davis. That's what I'm noticing physically. They're just bumping these two guys every single time they get an opportunity to. And I'm sure they're doing it to others as well. But those are the ones that are glaring to me. So we just got to understand what they're doing. And do it back to them. Why? Because they only get 1 day's rest between these games too. So give them the same hell that they're giving us, and acknowledge the fact that they're trying to injure our player because they can't guard him. So that's pretty much what I got to say. I hope everybody enjoys the second half of Game 3. Go Lakers, BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.